Hey everyone, it's Christina Holloway here. Welcome back to my channel. Today, we're talking about something I think a lot of leaders and future leaders wrestle with. How do you lead without losing yourself? And to explore this question, we're turning to one of the most emotionally powerful shows on television now, The Last of Us. Because at its core, The Last of Us is about leadership under pressure. What do you do when the world is falling apart around you? When trust is broken? When survival means sacrifice? And more importantly, who do you become? So today we're going to break down two characters, Joel and Tommy Miller, two brothers, two leaders, two radically different outcomes. And through their story, we'll explore how to become the kind of leader who succeeds without sacrificing your peace, your values, or your humanity. Quick disclaimer, we're going to talk about the different leadership approaches between Joel and his brother Tommy as they relate to the television show. Unsurprisingly, I have not played the video game. While you might say that there isn't much difference, I want to make sure I clarify where I'm basing this analysis. Also, if you're a gamer and you accidentally clicked on this video, I challenge you to stick around. I'm going to do my best to go deep into these two characters and it will be fun. All right, so let's get started. So let's set the scene here first. Joel is the older brother, hardened, cold. He gets the job done, but it costs him his relationships, his rest, and his ability to connect. It's important to note that Joel navigates a post-apocalyptic world carrying a heavy burden of loss at the beginning of this change. Tommy is the opposite. He builds a community, he listens, he delegates, he steps back so others can step up. Also, important to note, Tommy has built a life for himself in a post-apocalyptic world where Joel lost very important people in his life. Tommy found and built a family and community. And here's the twist. Both survive for a while. Both protect the people they love, but only one builds something sustainable. Joel survives a changing world. Tommy rebuilds it. In a competitive work environment, it can feel like your only choice is to harden up, to protect yourself, to be the strong one who never cracks. Joel energy gets rewarded. It looks like power. It looks like execution, but it's exhausting. It's isolating. And slowly it pulls you away from the kind of leader you wanted to be when you started. Tommy energy is quieter. It trusts the team. It builds trust in return. It may not stand out in a flashy meeting, but it creates loyalty and stability. One of my clients said, I'm afraid to delegate because when someone else messes up, it comes back to me. And I get it. That's consolidating control in a chaotic space. But when we unpack that fear, she realized it was coming from the same place where Joel operates, fear of being let down, and definitely fear of trust. Why bother letting anyone in if they're just going to get taken away from you anyway? Here's what it might look like if you're leading like Joel. You're exhausted all the time, but you can't stop. You don't trust your team, so you take everything on. You've stopped asking for help. You're reactive, not reflective. You minimize or eliminate opportunities for others to succeed. Worst case, you try to control what others are doing or those outcomes. You might still be getting great results, but your leadership is costing you you. The danger isn't failure, it's disconnection from your team, from your purpose, and your identity. What does it look like to lead without losing yourself? It looks like Tommy, not perfect, but present, not reactive, but intentional. You create systems so you can rest. You share power so others can grow. You slow down enough to think, not just react. You build a leadership style rooted in your values, not your trauma. You don't have to be the hero who carries it all. You can be the guide who builds the village. So, here are 4 ways to protect your peace and lead with integrity. Number 1, name your leadership values. What matters most to you? Respect, clarity, consistency. Choose 3. Use them to filter your decisions. And if your leadership values are off, control, perfection, over management at the expense of progress, then take the time to redefine what progress looks like. Your values should be how you create momentum, not how you slow it down or consolidate power. Number two, let go of control as a coping mechanism. Control isn't the same as leadership. Start with one thing, delegate a task, and let someone else learn. This is the truth. Being controlling is not a strength. Trying to control outcomes or people is a broken approach to progress. Controlling behavior is associated with micromanaging, perfectionism, and having unrealistic expectations and standards for yourself and those around you. Find a way to let that go. Seriously, it's a fear response. That is Joel. Number three, build a recovery ritual. You can't give from an empty cup. Choose one thing that brings you back to yourself, a walk, a notebook, a deep breath. Make it a habit. Catch yourself in your old approaches and take time to ask what it would look like if you made decisions from a different state of mind. Forward thinking decision making that moves you, your team, and your initiatives into the next level is the best way to find progress when you're stuck. How can you do this quickly? Ask for help and take it seriously. Number four, reframe your identity. You're not successful because you grind yourself down. You're successful when you lead with consistency, calm, and connection. If you find yourself getting caught in the mentality that everything is always chaos or I'm always the one cleaning up someone else's mess, then take a pause. You are not that person. You've been put in that dynamic. You do not have to be a person who is always tackling problems or cleaning up after others' mistakes. If you find yourself in chaotic situations more often than you'd like, sit down and redefine what your contributions look like. And when chaos finds you, then ask more questions to navigate through that situation. Don't be a fixer. As you move into a bigger leadership role, your job is not about putting out fires or fighting zombies, although it feels that way many times. It's about strategically creating solutions so that when the zombie apocalypse happens at work, you're ready for it with your systems and solutions and foundational frameworks. That's leadership. All right, so that's it for my video on how to lead without losing yourself using The Last of Us for comparison. Here's what I want you to take away. You can lead, you can succeed, and you can do it without turning into someone you don't recognize. You don't have to become cold to be competent. You don't have to be aggressive to be taken seriously. You get to lead like you. If this resonates with you, let me know in the comments below. Are you leading more like Joel or like Tommy right now? And what's one small shift you can make to lead without losing yourself? And if you enjoyed watching this video and you found it helpful, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up by hitting that like button and make sure you're subscribed to my channel so you never miss another video from me. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.